Welcome to Insurance Insights with Jason Coulter, a weekly live informational show discussing all types of insurance products. You can catch him every Tuesday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on your Facebook and YouTube channels. If you would like to join a live show with Jason, send us a message. Now, here's your host, Jason Coulter.
Good evening, everybody. It's windy here in Kentucky tonight. It is getting ready to come a big storm, I think, according to the radar. And hopefully you're safe where you're at tonight. Good to have you on. Those of you that are watching live, that will be watching later, we appreciate you. Just a real quick program each week that we try to do just to kind of give you some insight into some different types of products that we have available through American Senior Benefits, who I'm with now on a full-time basis. We do a lot of different types of insurance products, and we would love to talk to you if you have a need. And so this is what these programs are about, is to give you some insight, some information into different types of insurance. Tonight we're going to talk about hospital indemnity insurance. And what is hospital indemnity insurance? Well, the Google version of definition of this is hospital indemnity is a type of supplemental health insurance that pays a fixed cash benefit, here's the catch, to the policyholder if they are admitted to a hospital for covered illness or injury, essentially providing a lump sum of money to help cover out-of-pocket costs associated with a hospital stay, like deductibles, co-pays, or even everyday living expenses. Those of you that know about hospital stays, about sudden diagnoses of cancer, different things, you know the financial impact that has upon a family. And so these hospital indemnity plans don't pay the hospital, they pay you, kind of like what we talked about a couple of weeks ago about cancer insurance. And we want to cover that tonight a little bit more. So it helps with everyday living expenses while hospitalized. It acts as a supplement to your primary health insurance plan. Now, these hospital indemnity plans are good if you are on Medicare, if you have health insurance through your work. We all know that there's all kinds of stuff that health insurance does not pay. If you're like me and you have a marketplace plan through the state of Kentucky, you have about a $9,000 deductible or something a year that you have to meet before your insurance picks up and starts paying. So that means whatever your deductible is, that is your true out-of-pocket, upfront costs before your policy even starts to pay. So you can help offset that by taking out a hospital indemnity insurance plan. It's a cash payout. It is supplemental coverage. It has benefits per day while you're in the hospital, different things. We're going to cover that here in just a minute. And it's very flexible in usage, in that you can use the money to pay for whatever you need to use it for. If you want to pay the doctor bill, that's great. If your insurance takes care of the doctor bill and you need the money to offset living expenses, everyday expenses, which are through the roof right now, as all of us know, these policies are great to have for that. I want to start by talking about 5 gaps in coverage with Medicare. There are things that Medicare does not pay. And so if you're on Medicare tonight, you need to be aware of things that Medicare does not pay. And there's 5 gaps that we call it, 5 gaps to consider when talking about Medicare. These may also apply to your health insurance plan at work as well. So what are the 5 gaps to consider? And we'll pop them up for you. The first one there, hospitalization expenses. Gaps in coverage. These are things that Medicare don't pay for up front. So I know on Part A this year, the hospitalization deductible $1,676. I think I'm correct on that. that you would have to pay for out of your pocket before the plan starts to pick up. So, A there, inpatient hospital copays and coinsurance, things that your coverage does not cover. B, ambulance service. If you've got to be taken to a hospital in an ambulance, that does not cover that. Outpatient surgeries are not covered in that. What about post-hospital care after you come home from the hospital? Well, sometimes you need home health care, and a lot of your health insurance plans do not cover home health care. So you want to consider that. What about if you have to go to a facility after you leave the hospital? Well, a lot of times your insurance does not cover that. So we have plans to fill these gaps to help you fund this, help you pay for it. Number 3 there, cancer diagnosis. $10,000 plus in expenses that traditional insurance will not cover if you get diagnosed with cancer. I have a good friend that's going through that with his wife right now. I know the cancer bills. I know how much it costs. And I know that it's a big deal. Number 4, what about dental, vision, and hearing coverage? All routine dental work and no network. So it doesn't cover that. You got to have something to cover that. The last one there, I did spend 12 years in the funeral industry. I am a licensed Kentucky funeral director at the moment, and so I know about funeral expenses. In our area here in Lincoln County, you can figure roughly somewhere between $8,000 to $10,000 for a traditional 2-day funeral, and that is at all the funeral homes here in Lincoln County: McKnight, Fox and Friend, Spurlin, W.L. Pruitt. All of those guys and gals are right about the same price when you look at that. There may be a few dollars cheaper here or there, but for the most part, you're looking at $8,000 to $10,000 for funeral expenses. And that line there, you see expenses more than the $255 Social Security death benefit. That's what you get from Social Security when you die. I'm going to say this while I'm on funeral expenses. I've heard comments made before, well, let the state pay for it. Well, let me tell you, there's no such thing as the state paying your funeral bill. The state or Social Security will give you $255 towards your funeral expenses, and that is on a first-to-die basis. So, for instance, if your husband passes away, the wife will get $255. When the wife passes away, there's no benefit. So it's a one-time deal for a married couple. So funeral expenses are not covered. We talk about that as insurance agents because the products that we sell fill these gaps in the coverages that your insurance does not pay. And we're going to talk about one specifically tonight. It's a hospital indemnity plan, and I'm going to share my screen and kind of talk through this with you just a little bit. Here it is underwritten through Manhattan Life, and I'm going to pull this up and go through it with you real quick. So this is Manhattan Life, and you can see there, standing by you since 1850. Manhattan Life is a great company, and I hope this is scrolling on your end. The Affordable Choice Enhanced Plan. Their commitment to you, the new and improved Affordable Choice, remains the only choice. Hospital confinement and other fixed indemnity insurance policy. Benefits include in this policy here. Let me flip back, make sure this is switching. Yeah, we're switching, I think. So enhanced benefits, this plan has no deductibles or coinsurance. Keep in mind, this pays directly back to you in your pocket. You can use the money to pay things that the hospital's that has not been paid for by your insurance, or if you've got really good health insurance and it pays it, then you can put this money in your bank account and use it to live on. No deductibles or coinsurance, hospital admission benefit, cancer benefit included on this policy. I went through it right before I come on live with you. This is a great policy right here. First dollar doctor visits, doctor office visit rollovers, prescription benefit. All this stuff is in this plan. You can see there example 1 on the Elite plan. A hospital stay, for an example. Total charges for 7 days in the hospital. I'd say this is pretty accurate. $41,660.41. So if you have this indemnity plan, you can go through their network and get a lot of different types of discounts that helps on the bill. So you see there the adjustments and the network discounts just by using their network. You get an $18,747 discount off your hospital stay for 7 days. That leaves a balance of $22,900. And you come down here, and if you've got this plan, you find that the hospital admission benefit on this plan is a one-time deal for as soon as you're admitted in the hospital. It's a $2,000 benefit up front. And then on this particular plan, the hospital admission benefit pays $4,000 a day for those 7 days. So you get back out of your plan $30,000. And so that's kind of how it worked. The hospital bill in this example was $22,900. You get a check for $30,000 to pay the hospital bill, and then use the other $7,000 and something to help with your expenses. Making sure this thing is switching for you there. Yep. All right. So this is how this plan pays. We're going to look here at the Elite plan. Hopefully you can see my mouse there. So on this particular plan, if you had the Elite plan and you go into the hospital, inpatient, the first thing you're going to get right down here is you're going to get a $2,000 admission benefit. For the first inpatient day per calendar year, they're going to write you a $2,000 check the first day that you're in the hospital. For the days after that, you're going to get a $4,000 a day benefit paid directly to you on this Elite plan for the days that you're in the hospital. You can see here that if you don't use this, actually, even if you do use this, you get a 25% increase each year in the hospital inpatient hospitalization benefit. So in policy year number 2, this same plan pays $5,000 a day. Policy year 3, it pays $6,000 a day, and so on. You can see that there. For every time you have to go to the emergency room with one of these plans, you get 2 per calendar year, and they're going to pay you $300 for each time you go. Keep in mind, this is a supplemental plan to your health insurance. This is money that goes back in your pocket. If you go to an urgent care center, you're allowed four of those per year. You're going to get a $300 check for each time you have to do that. Surgery benefit, when you have to have a surgery. I'd have to look at the policy fee schedule, but that you can see there, that surgery benefit is 2.5 times the policy fee schedule. Ambulatory surgical benefits performed in an outpatient hospital facility. If you got to have outpatient surgery, this plan's going to pay you $2,500. Daily assistant surgeon benefit pays 20% of the eligible surgical benefit. Anesthesiologist benefit, 25% of the eligible surgical benefit. Doctor's office visits, I like this one. This Elite plan pays $175 back to you every time you have to go to the doctor's office, and you get 10 of those a year. And you can actually, if you read there, you can carry over 5 visits per year. So say you just use 5 the first year, you can carry over 5 the next year, and you got 10 doctor's visits, or 15, I'm sorry, I can't add tonight, for $175 a piece. Prescription benefit, $50 per day. Outpatient medical benefits, if you have to have a colonoscopy, you get $600. If you got to have a pap smear, you get $300. Laboratory services, surgical pathology, $300. Other laboratory services, $50. Therapy services per day for physical, occupational, and speech therapy, you get $75. Radiology services per day. If you got to have an MRI, you get $600. If you got to have a PET scan, you get $600. You got to have a CT scan, you get $600. A mammogram, you get $300. And any other radiology test, you get $250. Calendar year limit for all outpatient benefits is $6,000 a year. Ground and air ambulance. If you've got to be taken to the hospital in an ambulance, you get $150. If you've got to be flown in a helicopter, Metaflight, whatever, $1,500 comes back to you. This plan pays allergy shots and immunization, child only, $10 and $25 for shots. I like this. It's included in here, the cancer benefit. So let's look at that. Pays for radiation, chemotherapy, immunotherapy per day, 40 days per calendar year you're allowed. So, say you have to have radiation and you get $2,000 for every day you have to go to radiation. If you have to have chemotherapy, $2,000 every time you have to have chemotherapy. Those are limited to 40 days per year. However, 40 times 2,000 is a lot of money. If you have to go through those kind of treatments, that's $80,000 that you would get in your pocket for cancer benefit. Inpatient hospital confinement, building benefit injury reimbursement. So this plan will cap at $1 million per calendar year. Prescription benefits, it caps at $750 per calendar year. Allergy shots and immunizations cap at $100 per calendar year. And the lifetime maximum, so once you reach the lifetime maximum on this plan, it's going to be $5 million. Once they pay out $5 million, you're done on this plan. So, what about the cost? Well, we're looking at the Elite plan. If you are age 18 to 29 and you would like one of these plans, it's going to cost you $119.55 per month. For you and your husband or wife, it's going to cost you $232.25. And if it's just a single parent with children, it's going to cost you $247.24. Or an individual with a family, covers wife, kids, husband, whatever, $377.32 per month. Now, I know that sounds like a lot of money, but I'm currently paying over $900 a month for health insurance. So I can't tell you that this plan is an alternative to health insurance, but you can see the benefits there and what it pays. So let's look down here if you're an older person. Ages 50 to 64. You can get one of these plans on the Elite plan for $253.39 per month. And if you want to just cover your children on the Elite plan, it's $116.19. I like these other benefits that's offered here as well as, let me look here. All right, I think you can see that. So the network that they use, First Health Network, more than 810,000 physicians and healthcare professionals, over 1.5 million service locations, more than 5,900 hospitals. You can see all that there. This is where you would go through their network to get discounts. Let me scroll down to the bottom real quick. I think that's a pretty good discount as long as you stay in network. I've seen this somewhere, and I don't know where I've seen it. So I'm thinking it was somewhere 40 to 50% on some of these benefits. So, or discounts rather. That Redo prescription benefit partner discounts up to 80% by going through their pharmacies. Green imaging, if you have to have any type of MRI, ultrasound, mammograms, x-rays, all that stuff, PET scans, if you use their green imaging facilities, you will get a big discount for using that as well. Telehealth is included on your plan. Direct labs, wellness profile, cardio plus, lipid profile, vitamin D check, all that stuff is included. And then Care Guide, Medical Bill Saver, and RX Shopper. This is underwritten by Manhattan Life Insurance Company, and it's a very good plan, as you can see there, if you have an interest for it. Hospital indemnity insurance. It is a great way to cover the gaps, and we talked about the 5 gaps here just a minute ago in your health insurance. We have different policies. This is just one in particular, one that we sell through Manhattan Life. I do one through UNL. It don't have as many benefits on it, but probably a little cheaper. So we got different options we can get you as well. Remember our cancer policies. Remember, we do have multiple companies in life insurance. We have hospital indemnity. We have home health care policies that you can get. Just many different types of plans. I'm doing Medicare stuff now as well. I'm a local agent here in Lincoln County. Be glad to help you with your Medicare stuff. So if you don't have an agent, if you do have an agent, I know a lot of times the agent involves a phone call, somebody in another state. I'd be glad to help you out. I'm a local agent. Tell your friends and family if they are looking to save money on their insurance. Give me a call. My number's on Facebook. You can go there and get it. I think next week our plan is to do some more stuff with Medicare. We're going to have Thomas back on, probably Eric back on, and it'd be a good time to join and ask questions, as they are professional plus folks. I'm not hardly there at professional yet. I'm still training and learning and doing all this stuff. But if I don't have the answer, I'm not afraid to say I can't answer your question, but I will get you an answer to your question, and we'll be able to do that. So share this video. Tell your friends and family about hospital indemnity insurance. If somebody don't have health coverage and they would like a plan that's a couple $100 a month versus whatever. I've heard of folks paying as high as $2,200 a month for private health insurance. These hospital indemnity plans, they pay you back. They give you money in your pocket when you have to go through things. So it's great to be able to have that, because like we've talked about, if you have a heart attack or stroke, you're off work. If you go through cancer treatments, you're off work. You're going to need money back in your pocket. These plans will pay you directly, and it's a great option to have in case something happens in your life. So thank you for tuning in with me tonight. We've been on about 23 minutes. I like to keep it at about 20 minutes. You can go to YouTube, my YouTube channel. Just put my name in and rewatch this video. You can go back and look at it on Facebook. Share it with your friends. Give me a call if you know somebody that needs life insurance, they need a cancer policy. There's multiple ways that we have now, that I have now, the ability to save folks money, because we have so many companies that we deal with. So don't just lock yourself into one insurance company. Check it out. Try to get the best. All of us right now, I know me in particular, and you as well. We're looking every way we can to save money. Things are expensive. You know, costs of everything are going up. It's crazy. I go to the grocery store and I just get so aggravated at the prices. And I remember a time when you could spend $100 at the grocery store and you couldn't put it in your car. And today you can do that in about 2 bags. 3 maybe. Something like that. But anyway, things are high. We're all looking for ways to save money. Let me run you some quotes on your existing insurance, see if I can save you some money on it. And we've been able to do that for some folks here lately. So, Medicare Advantage, Medicare plans, supplement plans, I can do those. Right now we are in open enrollment for Medicare Advantage plans. That goes to March 31st. If you are currently in a Medicare Advantage plan and when you would like to look at some additional plans to see if there's anything better, now's a good time to do that. Just give me a holler, shoot me a text, send me a message on Facebook. I'll get back with you and we'll go from there, all right? So thank you guys for joining me, Insurance Insights. I love this program each week. We're here to talk about insurance and what it will do for you and your family. So God bless each of you. I'll see you next Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, Lord willing. This past week I had to put it off because of an appointment that I had. So I had a client I had to go take care of, and so we did that. So from time to time we may have to do that. But for the most part, every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock I'll be here. and we'll go from there. All right? You guys have a good rest of your week, and I will see you next time. God bless you, and good night.
You've been listening to Insurance Insights with Jason Coulter. Join us next week as Jason mentions universal life policies, whole life policies, term policies, annuities, and much, much more. You can reach out to Jason. Send him an email, jcoulter@asb.insure. Licensed since 2005.